Okay, I'm back. So, this is embarrassing. Not necessarily for me, but it's embarrassing. It turns out what I went to today was a vigil, apparently, that's held on Parliament every year on October 4th for the missing and murdered Indigenous women, which is what I'm in Ottawa to deal with on my own rights. With the t shirt that I made, the CD I want to produce, along with the other issues I came to see the Prime Minister with. And then today, I was told this morning that there's a vigil for the most recent victim found in the river where they had initially said there was no foul play, which I knew. No, you don't get found floating in the river without there being foul play, especially if you're somebody that everybody who's known knows she don't like water. So you don't like water and you end up floating in water and found dead, then you definitely have a reason for just cause, suspicion. So anyway, so as they did the autopsy and stuff, it turns out that there was foul play, but no arrests to date. As with all the other missing and murdered people that I've been keeping track of, it occurred to me today that I'm more organized and aware of the current crimes that are being committed in the last 6 years. And then before that, it's about bones that have been found of other victims. And then there's recent bones that have been found in Montreal, which nobody has chased whether or not is related to two of the dead Aboriginal girls from Maniwaki in Quebec from 7 years ago. I've been to Maniwaki. It's a nice town. Everybody knows everybody. It's a family. So it's really hard to not notice a stranger when they come in. So I'm not sure how those girls could get taken with all their stuff, wallet, key, cell phone, left at home, like we're going to be right back, and then never return. So those bones in Montreal are really relevant to that reality. And I can't get any cooperation no matter what I do. I've reached out to 4 different senators so far, all of them dealing with Aboriginal issues that have the power to make the police go further to check if to check in with them on whether the bones are human, and then two, whether or not they test positive for either one of the deceased females from that reserve in Maniwaki. Anyways, long story short is the Prime Minister showed up today. And of course, guess what? I wasn't wearing a Highway of Tears t-shirt, and I didn't have the one for him with me. So it's not like I could just approach myself, introduce myself. Hey, I'm Lady Jennifer. I've been trying to reach you since last year. I have a Highway of Tears t-shirt here for you to wear. I would like to get together with you to discuss matters further. And then talk about why I'm a designated survivor. Because I was born at the top of the highway where the crimes start from and then head down in British Columbia. Today I let it go. I didn't push through to say anything, try to get my moment on camera with him because it's about the girl that died in the water and it's about the dead women. So it's their day, it's their moment. So I let them have that. I did make some video footage and stuff that I'll load to go with this one. And then I went to Redo Center and bugged Ben and Matt. Well, I tried. And then I emailed the football player, Tom, to see if that would make a difference on what I'm working on over here. It's not about the contest they're holding. That's fine. If I don't win, I don't have to win. But it's about the fact that I need that kind of camaraderie and friendship and Hollywood backup over here dealing with what I'm doing. So I can get out of here and go spend Christmas someplace that isn't cold on December 25th. So overall, I'm scared because the people across the street in the building, in the tourist building in Ottawa, didn't even know what was going on the Hill in Parliament. So the press is really doing a terrible job, which is the end of this point of the video of what I came to say today, is that I didn't know what today was. And I'm in Ottawa, and I've been doing the Highway of Tears stuff for 8 years at my own expense. And until today, did not know that today was every year consistent, something they do to remember the missing Indigenous women. Instead, there was flyers on the window here at the shelter that talked about Annie and the vigil being 11 o'clock for her lost life. So that's what I thought I was attending. I rarely ever go anywhere without a Highway of Tears t-shirt. I'm either wearing it or it's my bag. The reason I've stopped is because I lost one of them, stolen. It was never returned, and I'm down to 2. And without any monies, I can't order any more shirts. So what I did do at Redo Center, besides bug Matt and Ben, or Ben and Matt, whatever, and about the fact that I really fit in the middle there, I belong, I am that bodyguard, and I look like what I do, and that's good because I like what I do and I'm good at what I do. I'm supposed to look intimidating, but you can also see that I'm a fairly reasonable person to deal with, as long as you're on my good side. So I want to squeeze in like a sandwich there. So I know I fit. We gotta get that to work out. I can stand to drink some beer and eat some pizza with these guys because I'm that kind of girl. So that's a good thing. And so I look forward to the challenge of them trying to, work that in. So I posted messages on Facebook, Ben's Facebook, and I posted Twitters about following me back on Twitter and see what happens. I won't give up. I got to keep going. Then I also posted Twitter on Senator Patrick Brazeau's page because I was shocked he wasn't there with his children. I had sent a little baby T-shirt for his daughter because there was a woman there today who lost her baby in utero from surviving 2 surgeries from domestic violence, which was the youngest victim outside of women that were kidnapped and killed. Abigail Andrews in Fort St. John, BC, was 3 months pregnant. So it really would have been relevant if he had been there because his daughter's alive and wearing the shirt. So I'm just shocked that things are not more prepared or better planned out than the way they do things. And if I had been running something like that, there would have been the presence of the Senator Nancy Green I sent the shirt to, and Senator Patrick Brazeau would have been there with his kids in the t-shirt, because then we would have been aware of what the whole day was about rather than just about everybody thinking it was about one person. So that didn't go off very well. So there's always next year. But I don't want to be here for another year trying to get in to see the Prime Minister over what's happened so far. So I'd rather go off and deal with my Hollywood issues, my movies, and the first bidding war of my movies, which I'm sure Ben and Matt can arrange, and then poke fun at ET Canada for not running my story right away and realizing how valuable my story is and how relevant it is, and about my issues with the banks and trying to go get the money so I could start my own production company and then hire my own producers and film crew from the executive bidding war, from the different producers that say, hey, I want to make one of your movies. I want to make this movie. And I bid, I'll do it for this much. And if I had got my money, then I could know that would fit within my budget to see what's left over for me to live on. Because it doesn't go very far. 600 million Canadian is only 300 million US. And when you're bouncing back and forth between the two countries, the daily interest on the dollar difference makes a difference on the transactions. I can only transfer on high days into the States. So it was why I wanted some funds here in Canada and then go try to get some funds in the States so I don't have to use the money crossing over the border to just have money in both countries. Maybe I can still work that out. I really didn't need Ben and Matt to show up here or Ben to show up here. I was okay with him just sending an email to ET Canada about what he reads about, and then complaints about what's important about what they're doing wrong. And the other thing about that whole thing with the Prime Minister showing up today is that he's talking about it in the wrong perspective, that it isn't a problem, that we don't have a problem, we don't want a problem, we don't want there to be a bigger problem, when it is a problem, when 10 to 12 people are murdered in less than 6 years, and they're all kids and they're all of Aboriginal descent or women, that's a problem. And I can't memorize all of them, but I've got a lot in my head, and I don't want that. It shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't be the computer downloading the names and dates and places of these victims and then be stuck with my hands tied and not be able to do anything. The Prime Minister should be reaching out to the President of the United States and then onward from there. So what I'm hoping to do is get the A team, the other part of the A team, which is Alec, lost my train of thought. Andrea Wendell and Alec Mandel, tongue tie, to wear the Highway Tears t-shirts, and then maybe get Howie into one, and then get Ben and Matt and their T-Bone crew of whatever they call themselves, which is my half of the A team, wearing shirts too, and then break out from there to get people from all over the world where. So that's my 10-minute segment. I'm signing out. Thanks for watching. I'll load everything as I can. Keep tuning in. I'll keep you guys posted on how my appointments go immediately down the road with the senators I'm about to go meet. Thanks for watching. Now TV Canada, aka Superwoman, aka Lady Jennifer. Peace out. See you all next time.